So how many things can go wrong in your life before you lose your cool, before you move from relaxed inside, open inside, to closed, upset, negative, ranting, raving, carrying on? How long? How many things can you take? How about everything? Continuous failure, and to be okay with that. Well, that's absolutely what's possible for us as human beings if we're willing to accept life as it is. And so when I see people disturbed, upset, gone into resistance, gone into contraction, I know that they're not accepting life as it is. And that is a choice. But quite often these very same people will be blaming something else or someone else for their contraction, for their resistance, for their disturbance, when really they are totally 100% responsible for it themselves. You create your reality by the way you think. Nobody does it for you. If you're disturbed, you have disturbed you. The world is just the way the world is. So how many things can you take going wrong before you contract, before you go into resistance? It's up to you. You create your reality. You're the one responsible for your reaction, nobody else. So I like cool, and I've liked cool since my whole adult life. Cool is brilliant. Uncool is when someone's disturbed. And of course, once someone's disturbed, they've also lost their clarity, and they're more than likely lost in some dream which involves them being a victim, which means they've gone to lower consciousness as well. Cool, you don't go to lower consciousness, you stay in higher consciousness. You just see what is, and you respond to it instead of reacting to it. This is a beautiful way to live. And this is the way I've lived most of my life, most of my adult life at least. Because I like cool. The idea of going into drama, getting caught in contraction, in resistance to life, to me is repugnant, because it just means suffering. And as your consciousness levels rise, you decide clearly that you do not want to suffer, and that all suffering is created by your resistance to what is, nothing else. Clear understanding that life is painful, both emotionally and physically, and an okayness with that, and an understanding that the only time you're going to suffer is when you resist. Pain doesn't cause suffering, resistance does. You are responsible for your resistance, nobody else, and nothing else, because you're responsible for your reaction. It's up to you. We were probably all programmed to resist, just how it is, the way we were brought up, the way Mum and Dad were, the way our schooling was. But I was lucky enough to get in touch with what I'm teaching today when I was 19. And it was cool. I learned how to be cool, because I learned how not to be a victim of life. I learnt that to be a victim of life, one has to volunteer. And victims' lives do not work. Up to you. You're interested in higher consciousness? Stop resisting life. Start accepting it. Your life becomes quite peaceful. You become quite peaceful. Your quality of life improves. People think their quality of life is going to improve through making money, being successful, getting what you want. Rubbish. That's not how it works. If you're cool, if you're not resisting life, your quality of life is brilliant, no matter how wealthy you are, or how successful, or how much of a failure you are. It's related to how you think and nothing else. Your choice. Any questions? Any statements? Any challenges to this teaching today?